What's the biggest problem we hear about Ethereum? We hear it time and time again. It's too slow, it doesn't scale, and it's too expensive. Seriously, you got to be Scrooge McDuck just to do a transaction on Uniswap nowadays. By the way, Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. It is the opposite of Coinbase, basically, for those of you new to crypto. But seriously, Uniswap isn't always that bad, but let's face it, it's pretty expensive, especially when we're in a bull run and there's high activity. It's crazy expensive. You know, you've done it before. You've told a friend, hey, I just bought such and such coin. It's the new hot coin, and I just bought $300 worth. But what you didn't tell them is you spent $350 on the transaction fee. You brag to your friends about how crypto is awesome and you're making tons of money, but what you don't tell them is when the market is down and you're losing money, then you're quiet. I know how it works. So the frustration with Ethereum has been there for quite a while. And by the way, I do want to make sure you understand Uniswap is an amazing, game-changing protocol. So it's not Uniswap, it's the fact that it's on Ethereum that has caused these issues. So I just want to make that clear. That is why this next parachain, and by the way, I'm doing a 5-part series right now on Polkadot Parachain picks. And by the way, they just announced, I mentioned this on my last video, Polkadot Parachains will be here on November the 11th, 2021. So they're just over a month away. So put that on your calendar if you want to participate, and more information will continue to come out about it. So where were we? Pick 2. That is why this one is so important, because of the issues with Ethereum. And somebody's got to step up and fix it. Now, there's all kinds of second layer scaling solutions, but you're going to want to pay attention to pick number 2. In this video today, I'm going to tell you the importance of Moonbeam, what it is, and why if you participate in this parachain, it could possibly make you a lot of dough. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. Don't just go trusting what anybody says. At least read an article, check it out. I always try to put links so you can get deeper into the project and see what it's really about. But this is just to explain to you Moonbeam, and you need to keep your eyes on it. Oh, before I forget, safety first, buckle up, and let's go to the moon.
Booster ignition, liftoff.
Back to the Ethereum issue. Let's hop outside of crypto for just a second. Now, if we had a busy interstate, super congested, what would a city do to fix that? Now, there's multiple options, but one common option is a bypass. So you've got all this congestion, you allow cars to get off on a bypass to not go through the most congested areas, then they can hop back on the interstate, and that helps with the flow of traffic. So now that we use that example, let's hop back on the blockchain. It's no different on the blockchain. From the inception of these blockchains originally, many of them cannot scale. Obviously, Ethereum's the largest problem that they're working on right now. So, why is Moonbeam so important? I want you to think of Moonbeam as that bypass we just talked about. See, with Moonbeam, you can port existing Ethereum dApps over to Polkadot onto Moonbeam. And it uses Ethereum developer tools. So that kind of breaks the language barrier. So basically, for a developer that uses Ethereum, they're going to be able to come over to Polkadot and really have their issues of scalability and even transaction fees essentially solved. That is why Moonbeam is such a large, big, massive, I don't know what other word I could use, deal. What else I really love is, because I mention this all the time, the fact that it's Ethereum compatible. And I always talk about interoperability. It's such a big deal because the fact that it will be, Polkadot gives itself access to all of Ethereum. I always talk about the network effect. What better way than to tap into Ethereum's network effect? I actually think it's genius. So with Moonbeam, you'll be able to quickly develop applications that work with users and assets on remote chains. Let me also make sure that you fully understand Moonbeam is not the token. Glimmer is the token, GLMR. So it's the Glimmer token for Moonbeam. And I can assure you that there's high expectations for GLMR, the Glimmer token, because we've already seen this on Kusama via Moon River. Now, Moon River was part of the first Kusama crowd loans, and we saw the price of Moon River after it launched go on to be as high as $395. It made people tons of money. Don't think just because that one did extremely well, the Moon River token on Kusama, that, hey, why wouldn't Moonbeam do just as well? Now, I do believe Moonbeam will do just as well, but when it comes to those pockets of yours and mine, you have to consider a couple things first. Never forget to look at the token supply. Much like Kusama is smaller in token supply, significantly smaller than Polkadot, well, that is the same thing as Moon River to Moonbeam or Glimmer. So, Moon River had an initial supply of 10 million tokens, whereas Moonbeam or Glimmer has an initial supply of 1 billion. Now, this ratio is essentially the same as Kusama to Polkadot. That is the exact reason why Kusama price is over 8 times the price of Polkadot. It's because there's way less tokens. Way less token supply, less money has to go into the market cap for the price to go up higher. Hopefully that makes sense, but I just want to make that known. I think this is a fantastic project, but don't think just because, and I know this is going to happen because I already see it, just been doing some of my research, people think the price will be as high. Well, to think that, you have to understand if that was the case, then why wouldn't Polkadot already be as high as Kusama? And the reason is for that reason that I just explained. It's the difference in supply that always matters. So just think about those things I just told you. We have an Ethereum compatible project. It will easily bring ETH to Polkadot, and it's brought to you by none other than Gavin Wood. And for those of you that don't understand, the Ethereum virtual machine, that is what essentially runs the smart contract portion of Ethereum. Well, Gavin Wood was essentially the main player behind that. Think about it. We have Ethereum, those issues. That's obviously that is why Gavin Wood left. And we know with technology, it does get better over time. When these parachains launch, I do believe Gavin Wood is going to come through on his promise and what he set out to do when he left Ethereum to go start Polkadot. Hit the link up above if you would like to see how with the Kala crowd loan, which was my first video on Parachain Pick 1, how you will be able to keep your Polkadot. You'll lock them up, but you'll receive a token in place. It's a 1-for-1 switch. If you want to see about that, hit that link above. And at the end of this video, I will put a link to my video on why I believe at some point Polkadot will reach $1,000. And I'll also have a link to the first video in this series for pick 1 of the parachains. What I don't want people to forget is this really is history. That's what's exciting, is that you're getting a chance to participate in these original crowd loans. Polkadot should go on to do some major things. So you talk about locking up your tokens. I see this as a pretty good thing. Even if you locked up your tokens for 2 years, and obviously depending on how many you have, think about this. Some people say they're not going to sell, but they will. Well, if you lock them up, you don't have a choice for 2 years. And yes, 2 years from now, will we be in a bear market? I, for one, think we will be. But think at what the price of Polkadot should be next bull run. Now, some people will sell, some people won't. That is for you to decide. But I just wanted to point that out. Moonbeam. Check out the links below, some information on Moonbeam if you're interested in getting into the crowd loan. Thank you for watching the content. Hit the bell for notification if you want to check out my next videos as they come up. Also, do me a favor. This is absolutely free. It helps the word get out. Make sure to hit the like button. And I also want to thank each and every person that takes time to share my video with someone else. I probably appreciate that more than anything. It does show me whenever my video is shared, and I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you next time.